Xtreme Collectibles here, very excited because this is Xtreme Topics Episode 4. Xtreme Topics is a monthly segment where myself and my unfortunate co-host, Mr. Richard Ryder, debate popular topics within the industry. Sometimes it's a debate, sometimes it's a discussion. We just kind of wing it. With that being said, if this is your first time watching, go check out our previous 3 episodes because we are getting in for Episode 4. So buckle up. And really quick before we start, a lot of people ask me why I always have an empty chair next to me. If this is your first time watching, I'm via satellite. I will debate with Mr. Ryder because I don't allow him in my house. But I keep stuff here I may need during a review. So screwdriver, tape measure, cell phone, tissue, porn, all that good stuff. Mr. X with Xtreme Collectibles here. This is Xtreme Topics Episode 4. Xtreme Topics is where we look at pertinent or not so pertinent items into the statue collecting industry. As always, I will be debating, or I shouldn't say debating, I shall be discussing this. So I first want to apologize and then introduce my co-host, Mr. Richard Ryder. Hello, Dick.
Hi, Mr. X. Yeah, it's me, it's Richard. I am here from my bro's house again, and I've been waiting all month for this. I couldn't be more excited, especially about this month's topics. What is better, fan arts or licensed?
Now, Dick, that's a topic we've already done.
I know.
Okay. Before we dive into this month's topic, the last few episodes we've been doing a little bit of let's get to know the host a little bit better. So we ask one personal question each time. And the personal question that we're going to ask today is, what is one of your big ambitions in life? Not all of them, but just one. So, Dick, why don't you go ahead?
Oh, that's a good one, Mr. X. So, for me, I want to be interviewed by one of the biggest, most giant YouTube people. It's my lifelong dream.
That doesn't seem to surprise me, and ironically, it's going to be a really good tie-in for the Xtreme Topics, or the Xtreme Topic this month.
Well, what about you, Mr. X? What's your answer?
So I have a lot of big ambitions. I'm a big traveler. I'm a world traveler. Family's important to me, and I've been fortunate to accomplish a lot of things on my bucket list. But 2 things, I guess. One is I am toying with politics someday, and 2 is I am really upset how most of the world mispronounces a John. You know, the place you deposit your, number 1 or number 2. Everyone calls it incorrectly, so I want to make sure that before I die, 50% of the people I know use turlet properly within, everyday vernacular. So you've heard it here. I've been pushing it for about 3 months, and I'm going to keep pushing for as long as I'll be around on this planet. So let's get into this month's topics. This is actually tying into a milestone for the Xtreme Collectibles channel. About 6 months ago, Xtreme Collectibles was founded, and so this was our 6-month anniversary, and we are also approaching the 3K subscriber milestone. Not going to do anything special. I may ask you what my favorite statue is and then change my mind just to have fun with you guys, but it's kind of a milestone. So Richard and I, he only is allowed to talk to me once or twice a month, but we were discussing on how useful some YouTube channels are when it comes to purchasing statues. Us as collectors have to make a really tough decision sometimes. Sometimes we'll make a decision without even seeing pictures or video of a piece. And we have to determine quite a few factors because these are very large investments. It's not like a car or something like that where you can touch and feel before you get it. So sometimes we don't have enough information, so we wait to see from other collectors.
And not only do we wait for those pieces to get in hand from other collectors, but we wait for their pictures and their videos and especially their opinions, because well, they're all experts, and we want to hear what they say because their opinions are the most important.
So that, as usual, that's a little bit of a stretch, Dick.
That's what she said.
But people do reviews and picks. They're not necessarily experts. I don't proclaim myself an expert, but it's good to see a close-up of the statues and the different angles on video and hearing what other people's opinions are. And one of the ways we do that is through YouTube channels. That's why Xtreme Collectibles was started. And so we thought, why not make Xtreme Topics Episode 4 about statue reviewing YouTube channels?
Yes, and there are so many great statue YouTube channels out there. Oh, by my count, there's well over 1,000.
I don't know where you learned to count, Dick, but there's probably closer to about 100 channels out there, and a lot of them aren't even active anymore. So there's probably about 50 active statue collecting, reviewing YouTube channels, and I want to focus on the channels out there that offer really good statue-related content. Now, some of these channels are really well known for very good reasons. They have excellent presentations, excellent content, excellent reputations. And today, I don't want to focus on those. I don't want to focus on the big ones. Their reputations kind of speak for themselves, and most people watching this channel right now know about them.
Yeah, and sometimes it's not always better to be big. At least that's what my ex-girlfriend kept telling me. But we are going to focus on channels today with under 3,000 subscribers. You know, both Mr. X and I have chosen our favorite channels that have under 3,000 subscribers.
Absolutely. And we're going to go through each one and why we like that one, and 5 disclaimers before we start. So disclaimer number 1 is these channels, I haven't reached out for permission to talk about them. They have no idea that they are going to be mentioned. Disclaimer number 2 is I'm a big guy on no kickbacks, no referrals. Obviously, they don't know this is happening. I'm not doing this as a favor because I owe anybody anything. Same thing happens with when I get statues in. I do get offers, and unfortunately, I decline them. Not unfortunate. I guess it is unfortunate. Some of these channels, along with that, I don't even know the person who runs it. I just watch it. Quite a few of them I have had conversations with. Disclaimer number 3 is this is not an all-inclusive list. So we're going to mention about 10 to 12 channels. I can't remember how many we have. And some of them are very, very good. And if we don't mention one, that does not mean that that one is not very good as well. And number 4 is these are not actually our favorites, as Dick said. They're just channels that we enjoy.
What about the 5th disclaimer, Mr. X?
Don't worry about that. It's not important, Dick. Trust me. So let's go down each of our lists back and forth on each channel and why we enjoy it. So why don't you kick it off, Dick?
Why don't I kick it off, Mr. X? So first one right here on my list is Jesse's Wait a flying minute. What the bejesus is this? This isn't my list, Mr. X. Stop filming. Somebody really screwed up. I need to talk to the directors or the producers. I'll look into that with
the producers, Dick, but since you don't have your list, why don't you just take a look at that list? I'm sure they're channels you've seen because all you do is statue stuff. Maybe just look for now. Maybe we can use it. Do you know these channels?
I suppose. Some of these look pretty good, but do you promise that you're going to talk to the producers?
Yes, Dick, I promise.
Okay, then. So first one we have here is a pretty darn good tootin' channel. Jesse's Rebirth. This is by far one of the coolest collectors out there. He's a great participant in some of the groups, and he kind of keeps a low profile, yet he has such an awesome collection. And the videos he does give really good perspective. He's unbiased, and he just really, you can tell how much he loves the industry and collecting, and you definitely want to check out Jesse's Rebirth. It's a great channel.
Absolutely agree, Dick. Fabulous collector, fabulous guy, fabulous channel. His alerts I watch almost every time. So the first one on the list is one of my personal favorites, and one of the reasons I started Xtreme Collectibles, the channel. I love his style, I love his demeanor, I love his information, I love his delivery. It is B Mother Reviews. And it's just an awesome channel, and he focuses on a plethora of statues. It's not just DC, it's not just Marvel, it's not just anime, it's more. And he has a website going, he has a weekly chat with quite a few other statue reviewers called Shelf Space, and he's well spoken, he covers great detail. I just can't recommend him enough. When I created Xtreme Collectibles, I borrowed pieces from here and here and here and put some of my own stuff into it. He was definitely a big one that I borrowed pieces from. So B Mother Reviews, check that out.
Yeah, okay. So this next one on the list, I think Mr. X likes a lot more than I do, but it's JW Statues. And I've seen there's, so a couple cool things. Number one, great production. They use a lot of graphics and technology, and they do storylines. And not only that, with the super cool special effects, but he actually reviews everything with his daughter, which I know Mr. X tries to get his children into collecting, and it's a struggle, but it's really cool to see that working together, and you never know what to expect. Plus, that dude is always smiling. He's always happy. So if you're in a bad mood, go check out JW Statues channel. You'll instantly cheer up.
Speaking of collectors' channels that put you in a good mood, the next one on my list is Statue Matinee. This is another one of my favorite statue channels, and it's, first of all, it is great information, and he has some really cool pieces. He does a lot of customs, but he does a great job with his unboxing, and his presentations are totally off the cuff, and they are hilarious. And it's entertaining, and he just puts it out there. I really appreciate that. He says how he feels, and he is so passionate about his pieces as well. Statue Matinee, I talked to him quite a bit on Facebook, and I actually wish he would do more videos, because I know he's a huge collector, I know, especially within the custom community, so go check him out. I've actually made some purchases based off of watching his videos.
So this next guy is, I know he's very good friends with you, Mr. X, and he has one of the most impressive collections out there, Earth's Finest Statues. This guy, this is so cool. So he has these massive collections, and the cool things about his videos is they're always first impressions. So he's really looking at the statue really close while he films it for the first time. And he just does awesome close-ups, awesome detail. I know a lot of times he'll make sure to take them outside to do natural light, and you can just hear the passion about the hobby in his voice in each review. Earth's Finest Statues. Absolutely a good one.
Absolutely. A very dear friend of mine, and he is such a great guy on top of everything. Great collector, great guy. So next one on my list is my camping partner, the Spitter. You guys know who I'm talking about. It's none other than the Paradox Nerd. This guy has a ton of great content on his channel. He not only focuses on statues, but hot toys, 1/6 scale. He's a big Star Wars collector. He does live chats. He likes to, I'm not as gangster as him, he likes to free flow. I've never actually seen him do it. He always promises he will. But he promises me other things too when we're out in the woods, and that never happens. But so many cool stuff. I wish I could tell you more about what happens off camera with him. But check out his channel, Paradox Nerd, really cool. But don't get too close to him. I'll just leave that warning.
So next on my list is Horror and Monster Collectibles. First of all, the guy has one of the most, if not the most, impressive horror and sci-fi collections. And some cool things about his collection, he changes some of the pieces sometimes, whether that's additions or touch-ups or repaints to make them truly unique and better. And he has one of the coolest room tours. If I ever move out of my mom's, I'm gonna do my room just like his. His front entry, it looks absolutely amazing. And the guy is such a great contributor within the community. So Horror and Monster Collectibles.
Absolutely. I just caught his latest room tour, so go check that out. It is just, I love my wife and I love my children, and I don't know if he's married or has children, but my wife would not let me do my front room like that. I wish I could do my front room like that. It would be amazing. My wife never comes down here in the basement, other than we have 3 freezers down here. Why do we have 3? Because we have a lot of beer in the fridge part. Next one though, might be my favorite reviewer. I have to say it. She has an awesome style, awesome approach. She breaks down a statue, she personalizes it, she has great graphics. She's extremely well-spoken, probably one of the most well-spoken people I've seen on YouTube within the statue community. And if you haven't guessed, I'm talking about Gina B Collecting. She's very deliberate in her delivery. She has a great knack for pieces. She knows what she wants, and she gives awesome, unbiased reviews, makes sure to hit the pros and the cons of each. She's also on that weekly shelf space chat with B Mother, so go check that out. Gina B Collecting, absolutely one of my favorites. I never miss one of hers.
Yep, I agree with you on that one. I watch any girl channel. So the next one is, I'm just a big fan because he has the collection I wish I could have someday. And he's really into fan arts, and it's epic statues. He's a great contributor to the community, especially in the custom community. I mean, fan art community. There's not many fan arts he doesn't know about. Can we edit that, Mr.? Never mind. Fan art communities that he doesn't know about. He does a great job describing the characters and the different aspects of each piece. Just a very, very cool guy, very cool channel.
And one of the things I love about him is a big part of his collection is at his office. And I'm not sure what he does for a living, and I believe it's computer or IT related, I'm not sure. But he has it at his office, and his employees get involved with the statue collecting. And I have quite a few at my office, but nothing compared to the beautiful display he has. So last one that we're going to reach out today is Matt Collectibles. I recently posted something on a Facebook page, and I'm going to say it out loud here, but when I watch Matt Collectibles, I fill up the tub, a little bubble bath, some candlelight, and I get ready to watch. And if you're wondering why, as soon as this video is over, you go search for him. But he has an awesome collection. He gets some great shots and some awesome descriptions, some really good feedback too. If you're really looking, hey, what's your opinion of this? And it's an opinion from a very tenured collector who knows, you know, he's seen the good, he's seen the bad. But again, if you're confused about the bubble bath, listen to his channel. I'll tell you that much. Listen, watch it too, and you'll know exactly what I mean.
What do you mean?
Anyway, so that's a quick list. Just wanted to give a shout out to those guys. If they're watching and they're mad I mentioned them, I apologize. Sorry. Please don't, you know, feel you owe me anything to mention. I just love doing this for the passion. Even if I had one subscriber.
We have Mr. X.
I know that, Dick. But even if I just had that one subscriber, I would still do this, and I guarantee all those channels I went through feel the exact same way. But please check out those channels. Please subscribe. They have great content. They're great members of the community, and it's because of people like that and the, you know, dozens and dozens of channels I did not name that really helps out other collectors, helps them make smart decisions, helps them figure out what direction they want to go with their collection, and it's a truly a big value. I don't do it as a value. I'm a very selfish person. I do it because I like to be on TV. I was actually on the news yesterday, but don't worry, they blurred out my face. But so that's all we got for episode 4. I hope you enjoyed it, and I want you to comment below what your favorite statue collecting channel is. We all know that it's Xtreme Collectibles, so you don't have to say that. So say your other favorites, whether it's one that I mentioned or one I didn't mention, so other people can check that out. And of course, that goes for the big guys and the little guys. Mention them all. But with that, I'm sure Dick, who is he's doing something on the computer again. I'm sure he appreciates you watching as well. I do. We'll see you guys next month with Xtreme Topics episode 5. Till then, take care.